years prior to a certain island belonging to a certain Jeffrey being exposed for the trafficking and the abuse of women and young girls involving the so-called elite, rich, and powerful, there is the strange case of Gabriela Rico Jimenez, a Mexican woman who unleashed wild accusations about a host of powerful people before suddenly disappearing, remains a mystery. Now, I have been meaning to talk about this case for quite some time now. DailyMail.com released an article on June 1st, 2024 to remind us just how mysterious this case happens to be. Daily Mail states that her case now resurfaced in a recent podcast by Mexico Unexplained as speculation over her fate remains. Back in 2009, many people believed that Gabriela, who claimed to be a supermodel, making claims that the so-called elite were taking her to parties and other places where she's seen very nefarious and sinister things go down, well, that she was crazy. But as of today, as time progressed and more information has surfaced about these parties and these different places like these islands, her story seems a lot less crazy. This video was taken outside a luxury hotel in the Mexican city of Monterrey, Nuevo Leon, where people were said to be partying. From there, she emerged in a frantic state, wearing a ripped shirt bearing the words "Yum Yum."
Lo que decía esta joven al momento que estaba protagonizando su escándalo en plena vía pública. Adelante. Luis, esta es la triste realidad de la joven Gabriela Rico Jiménez, quien, como observamos en momentos, intentó también agredir al elemento policíaco que logró someterla esta madrugada. Por eso, bueno, vamos a buscar la versión de las autoridades del por qué uno
As you can see in the video, Gabriela quickly began hurling accusations at the royal family, Disney, and one of the richest and most powerful men in Mexico, Carlos Slim, almost immediately drawing a crowd. The woman accused them of living in a subterranean base, stealing children, and eating human flesh. Now, here's what bothers me about DailyMail.com and other media just like it. They state in this article, a news report of her arrest that aired in Spanish the subsequent day still circulates today shows the unhinged rant about wild conspiracy theories that saw her arrested. This is such a wild, unhinged conspiracy theory, but so much has come out since then, since 2009, about people like Jeffrey, P. Diddy, and so forth. The so-called elite, from politicians to scientists to musicians to actors and so forth, taking part in these wild parties, these sinister parties that involve trafficked adults and also trafficked minors. Yet they have the nerve to say it's an unhinged rant about wild conspiracy theories. In an article written in June of 2024, one of the things Gabriella said on video that stood out to me personally is when she said they took me to the general hospital. That is because anybody that's been subscribed to me for quite some time now knows that I have made plenty of videos on people who've had these bizarre meltdowns on planes. They say they see things or they act very bizarre, the police come, they take them away, and they're never seen or heard from again. And in every news article it states they were taken to a random hospital.
Stop it, you guys. Nope. This is gonna go on TikTok, so I look crazy. But I am being human trafficked. Stop! Leave me alone! Guys! Girls! No! No! If they have your family hostage, don't believe it. They use emotional manipulation. This is not real! No! Leave me alone! I am being human trafficked! I am being human trafficked!
Out of all the stories that I have covered involving these people on these planes, only one person has ever had a follow-up, and that would be Tiffany G. And there are some that even believe that this woman known as Tiffany G is not the same woman that was seen on the plane. In the video, she points at these officers who she claims are not officers at all, but hitmen who are hired to take out very important people, such as the Marino she had been referring to was Juan Camilo Moreno Terrazzo, a high-ranking Mexican politician affiliated with the National Action Party. His life was ended in a 2008 Mexico City Learjet crash a few months before this video, and he was the Secretary of the Interior in the cabinet of the then President Felipe Calderon. He was a strongman and led an aggressive government call of Mexico's cartels before his life ended prematurely. In the video, she could be heard yelling about cannibalism and how the so-called elite, rich and powerful, eat humans. This is when the police take her away in an armored vehicle, and again, like I said, she's never heard from again. What happens to be very bizarre is the fact that all information pertaining to Gabriela Rico Jimenez has been wiped clean off the internet. If you do a search on her name, you will only find very recent articles talking about her disappearance. We can only theorize and take her word that she was a supermodel because, again, her past was wiped clean. You can't find any information on this woman or her current whereabouts. So it's like this woman never existed, and the only proof of her existence is this only video footage right here. No update has been given since 2013. A year after the strange 2009 clip was reposted. DailyMail.com has reached out to the state prosecutor's office for comment as the case continues to garner a cult following. Many of those interested have honed in on the mention of the son of now 84-year-old Slim in particular, who went on to become the richest man in the world the following year, from 2010 to 2013. So after this strange 2009 incident, Slim became the richest man in the world. Even to this day, this businessman still remains the richest man in Mexico, with a net worth of more than $100 billion. While the Slim family never spoke of these accusations, meanwhile, an alleged witness to the woman's breakdown provided some more testimony on a blog called The Black Manic, where they claim to have spoken with Jimenez at an unspecified location where she was sent to after her arrest. Identifying themselves only as a law student, they offered the following first-person account, describing how they allegedly approached the visibly distraught woman with the intention of offering help. At the time, quoted, "At the time, I was in the place where the girl was taken after being detained." It begins not specifying the exact site. This person in this article is continued to be quoted as saying, I was doing my practices in that place. I'm a law graduate. I still remember her face full of despair, fear, and anguish. She felt very weary of the environment and a strange feeling, they continued, before describing the alleged interaction. I approached her and asked her some questions, name, if I knew where she lived, etc. She told me that we were all dead, that we were all dead, that we were among them. Some other things rare, she simply left me paralyzed. After 20 minutes of being with her, some tall, well-dressed people arrived, the person claimed. They practically pulled me out of there. When asked why they were taking such measures, the mysterious officials told the student it was just a poor girl with mental disorder, they claimed. Asked where they were taking her, they allegedly told the student that it was none of their business before abruptly parting ways. However, before they two disappeared, they allegedly stopped the student to ask what Jimenez told them, to which they said it was merely something insane. The next day, this person went to the senior officers of the ministry and told them about the issue and wanted information because the girl's family requested it. The unnamed alleged student went on to add, the senior officers just laughed and said, really, if she does not exist, she never existed, and you do not work here, meaning this person that's requesting this information can also disappear. There is a lot of truth to that statement because we don't know anything about this woman's past by searching her name. We don't even know what became of this woman after this video had concluded. This person who is asking for more information states they got a shiver and left. They left everything and left Monterey. The anonymous person then wrote, any trace of Jimenez aside from the video of her arrest no longer remains. DailyMail.com has reached out to the officials in Monterey for more information as the case continues to confound internet sleuths more than a decade later. The incident occurred on August 4th, 2009. If out there, Jimenez would be in her mid-30s. What's very odd is that every time this case has been spoken of, you will find multiple people in videos, forums, and articles such as the DailyMail.com that will say, this is fake, nothing happened here, move along, stop talking about it. Many people do claim that this woman was under psychosis, she was on drugs, and there are those that even claim she's been in a mental hospital since 2009. But no matter what, this is still a very bizarre case that often gets overlooked. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.